we start talking about business value for IT investment, all of this generates behavioral change in your organization. Any major change is behavioral change, and as a result of that, we have to do some specific things to make behavioral change happen. The place to start on your technology is right back at the beginning. Avoiding the IT trap, the installation trap, starts by defining your project differently, by building a different foundation for your project. Most of your projects that we go in to look at have the time frame defined, the budget defined, and the technical objectives defined. All right? Two other things must be defined. Number one, the business objectives, right? What's the business return we expect to gather? And number two, what are the human objectives? Now, as one of my clients said, this is not rocket surgery. Actually, several years ago, I was working at JPL. You guys know JPL, Jet Propulsion Labs, right? And I said to them, this is not rocket science. And they went, well, this is. I said, well, okay. I said, this should be really easy for you. And they said, no, we like rocket science. We don't like this stuff, all right? Business objectives, human objectives. Now, let's get really, really simple here. What is the only thing you can measure on a daily basis when it comes to human beings in your organization?
Show up or not?
Okay. There's the optimistic view, attendance. How did we do today? Oh, pretty good. Some of them came in. It worked out all right. We don't like them all to come in, because then it just gets confusing as hell. But if some of them come in, it works out okay. Attendance is an example of behavior. All right? The only thing you can define or measure on a human being when it comes on a daily basis in your organization is behavior, that which is observable. You can measure attitude, effectiveness, productivity over time, but on a daily basis, you are forced to measuring that which is observable, and that is behavior. Why is that so important? Well, you have to be able to define your projects in terms of behaviors you seek to see. All right? So when we're talking about system optimization, for each separate target group, we have to define what are the behavioral changes that have to happen in each separate target group. In fact, this is not some warm and fuzzy thing, folks. You can probably tell by my nurturing demeanor, I don't do this as a happy face exercise. All right? So, for any reinforcement to have its most significant impact, when must it occur? Immediately following behavior. So if you do not define your project in terms of the behaviors you seek to see, you have no capacity to apply the reinforcement to the behavior, and you've lost all your power for acceleration.